I woke up this morning thinking, I want to review a new eyeshadow palette, and then bam, Tan Lines by Jouer fell in my lap, and I was like, yes, so giddy. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Maryam here. In today's video, I'm reviewing Jouer's new Tan Lines summer collection, which includes this eyeshadow palette, this blush palette, and two new lippies that I will be trying on, creating this look that you see here, putting it all together for you, and of course giving you a verdict, Team Truth style, as always. So I hope you're here for this. I am ready for summer. I'm ready for warm weather. This is up my alley, you guys. I'm excited. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already. Hit that notification bell so you can see all of my videos. Comments, questions down below as always. And now let's get to this video. Jouer Tan Lines Collection Summer 2019. Here we come. First, we have this gorgeous palette, Tan Lines eyeshadow palette with matte shimmer luxe foil eyeshadows. There are 9 shadows in this palette. A cute little mirror, very lightweight cardboard packaging, $34, not a bad price, and definitely the most gorgeous color combo. Very summery, makes me feel all types of giddy. We also have this vivid yet wearable Blush Bouquet Cheeky Summer Dual Blush Palette for $30. 2 colors in here, terracotta sands and hot coral. Both look shimmery from here. Not a huge fan of shimmery blush on the cheeks because that's where I have my pores and breakouts, so I'm not trying to highlight all that with shimmer, but we'll see. And last but not least in the collection, we have 2 lip glosses, not to be confused with Jouer's lip toppers. Those are a little bit different. These are duochrome high pigment pearl lip glosses, $17 each, in the shades Sea Glass and Beach Days. Cute. Now this is a limited edition collection that will be available as of May 31st on jouercosmetics.com, Sephora stores, and Sephora.com. I will list and link everything down below for your convenience, and once these products become available, then the links become live. I'm ready to play with these tan lines. My lids are already prepped. They're not primed. I'm gonna go for this yellow, you guys. This yellow is called Sunburst. Not a lot of pigment. I'm gonna use the included mirror in this palette since this is such a lightweight palette. I'm gonna apply this yellow, which is just a little bit shimmery, but not very pigmented. Oh guys, what am I doing? I need my swatch model. What am I doing? We're gonna start with Sunburst since I just applied it on my eye. Not so pigmented, not so pigmented, but you can kind of double it up, so not awful. Limelight, a little better, getting there. Vitamin C, cute. Tide Pool, ooh, this one feels really creamy. Whoa. Driftwood is next. Bea. Tankini is next. Whoa, cute. Heat Wave is coming, hopefully soon. And here is Sure Thing. Last but not least, we have Beachaholic. Barely there. All right, back to it. Sunburst, Limelight, Heat Wave, and Beachaholic are just a pinch on the dry side. Driftwood was probably the best of the mattes and of the shimmery shades. And then these 3 shades here felt super duper creamy. And they are in fact a cream formula. So very interesting, all different types of finishes, all different formulations from Jouer. Quite honest, I'm not into shimmery, barely there yellows like this one. I also didn't realize that this was a shimmery shade, so applying it to my transition probably wasn't the best idea, but given the fact that it's so barely there, probably doesn't even make a difference. I'm gonna go for Limelight. This swatched okay, and this one is a matte, so let's see how it cooperates here. Well, it's definitely distinctive from the yellow, but it's not distinctive enough for me to like it. Team Truth. I mean, yeah, I could still make it work, but this is not the eyeshadow quality that I'm used to from Jouer. Typically, their eyeshadows are so pigmented and really consistent. Okay, where am I going with that lime green cut? Did I say cut? Oh yeah, I guess I'm going for a cut crease look. Okay, next, speaking of Jouer, I'm gonna grab their high coverage concealer, which is bombastic in case you're not familiar with it. And I'm gonna use Motive's concealer brush. I'm gonna chop that crease like so. Barely really notice it, but we're going for a look here. How many of you guys still love a good old cut crease? I can't be the only one. Okay, looking good. This better work, what I'm about to do. I'm gonna pick up Heat Wave, and I'm gonna pack this matte all over the lid, focusing on the outer half. Okay, this is working. So I see what's happening with these shadows. They definitely need a little something sticky to adhere to. So perhaps Jouer's concealer or a Fenty primer, which is a tacky but crease-free type of primer that I do enjoy for these types of eyeshadows. They're a bit on the drier side. I think Too Faced shadows. This is looking very summery and very watermelon-y. Gonna do the same thing on my other eye. It's working. I'm gonna pick up just a little bit more of that limelight on a tiny brush and add it right above the cut of the crease, just to make sure that the colors here are distinct and not too blended into each other. And just flicking it up to blend with that yellow that you can no longer see. Next thing I'm gonna do is pick up this driftwood ochre brown eyeshadow, and I'm gonna use that to create shadow right here in the outer corner, just creating a V shape to blend into the peach and into the lime colors. This driftwood is actually a pretty good color because although it's a brown, it's got that green ochre undertone, so it's a really good transition shade for this green, and it also works for the peach, so that was pretty smart. I like that choice. So now that I've packed it on, I'm gonna go back to my fluffy brush and with a little bit of limelight and just diffuse. Diffuse, diffuse, and diffuse some more. In person, this actually looks pretty nice. I'm not sure if it's translating on camera. Perhaps the green is not translating because it just might have a slight neon factor. I wonder. I'm ready for some fun, so I'm gonna dip my finger into this Sure Thing, very, very creamy type of eyeshadow. I've never really done this before. Hopefully it works. If not, then I just might be ruining my eyeshadow look. But okay, here goes. I'm gonna apply a bit of that to the center of the lid, and oh my god, it's looking so pretty. It's working, you guys, it's working, and you really don't need to put a lot. I feel like the effect is there with even just a couple of pat, 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 and it's not ruining my eyeshadow. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. So now I feel like I need a little bit of that everywhere. Look how creamy it is, guys. Punch holes in the shadow with your brush. I'm gonna add a bit of that to the inner corner. Ooh, if this is creamy, then I wonder if I can actually use it as a primer base for some of these shimmery shadows, namely that yellow. Huh. If this works, I might be a genius. I'm gonna pick up that yellow and I'm gonna add that right on top. And girl, yes, it is working. These two shadows, this cream Sure Thing and this yellow sunburst, are definitely meant to be worn together, layered. And look how cool that looks. Now we poppin'. And now I feel like I need a little bit of more green. This is making a lot more sense. So now for the lower lash line. Obviously, I'm gonna go for some of these blues, vitamin C, and Tide Pool. Perhaps I should pick up Tide Pool first because it's the same cream type of consistency. Oh my, wow. I'm gonna add that right underneath. I'm gonna spread out some of that glitter. This is kind of a really unique shadow. Definitely got that cream base, but it sets. It definitely sets to some type of a powder finish. However, this one even has glitter. I'm very perplexed, but I like it. The next thing that I'm gonna do is pick up this vitamin C. It's just calling my name. That's actually a decent amount of pigment. I'm gonna apply that on top of that blue, but not to the entire lower lash line, kind of just to the inner half. I still want that glitter to be popping through. I'm also gonna bring this one into the yellow because yellow and blue makes green. We wanna make it all cohesive and we want to make everything work together. Even gonna add a little bit of that green right here in between, just for a nice marriage. Okay, we're bursting out of our seams here. While I'm at it, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this Beachaholic nudie shade. It wasn't very pigmented, so I'm just gonna run it right under my brow just because I want to try this shade. Now I'm ready to do something really creative to this look. Twiggies. Also, definitely a little something on the waterline. Gonna stick to Laura Geller Incredible Brown Eyed Girl Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil. And then of course, honey, this needs a wing. Okay, so liner is done. I'm noticing there's just a little bit of creasing right here, which I was not expecting, given the fact that this is a cream eyeshadow layered over a matte. Perhaps the formulas are conflicting, so I'm gonna need to fix that. I'm gonna finish up my eyes in just a second, but before, I definitely do want to try out this Blush Bouquet Cheeky Summer Blush Palette. So I'm gonna use my pixie brush and pick up this shimmery shade here. This one's called Hot Coral. And this one definitely feels a little bit more like a highlighter to me. Yes, there's color, but I'd rather wear it a pinch higher as a highlighter. And I think that looks pretty nice, actually. Although, wow, honey, it is pigmented. Woo! You guys ready for the lips? Watching Beach Days. That's legit. And Sea Glass. Wow. Jouer, I'm not ready. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips with BFF Lip Liner by ColourPop. This is a really great neutral shade, and it's actually similar to Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So if you guys are looking for a dupe for that, BFF by ColourPop at $6 a pop. I'm gonna go for Sea Glass, which is the pinkier shade of the two. Both are duochrome, but this one, Beach Days, is just a little bit more purpley, whereas Sea Glass is kind of still peachy golden. Wow. well, this is definitely a lot and not for every day, and definitely not with this entire look. So I might need to just tone it down a bit. That works. At this point, I think I'm gonna apply my lashes and complete my eye look, and I will be right back for my final verdict, Team Truth style as always, and for the final reveal. Here's my final summary look with the eyelashes on. I use my new favorite Exterior Glam X Tarte 0 to 100 lashes. I feel like they're perfect for every look that I put together, especially this one. And I was even able to fix the creasing on the cream eyeshadow using this Hot Coral Shimmery Shadow right on top. And now you can't even tell that it was creasing. Without further ado, let's get to this verdict. Let's talk about this Tan Lines palette first. Let's also observe some of these gorgeous colors real quick. One more time. They are just so inviting and so enticing. I really do love this color compilation. I feel that it's very summery. It's very much on trend and on brand for Jouer. However, I find that the quality of some of these shadows is a little bit better than others. Namely, the mattes were just a pinch too dry. They did work well on top of concealer. So if you choose to get this palette, keep that in mind, that it needs a little something sticky. It needs a little something more than just a regular primer to keep them looking oomphy. These three creamy luxe foil shadows are different, to say the least. I haven't really tried eyeshadows with this texture consistency in a minute. I don't think I've ever tried them, actually. Nope. And although they're really beautiful to the touch, I feel like they're just a little bit tricky. You need to play with them before you actually go out and create a look, and you really need to figure out the best way to use them. For me, I think that this is something that you could use in the inner corner to make the yellow pop. That was the perfect marriage of the two colors. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this Tan Lines palette a solid 6.5. 7 if I'm being nice. The reason why I'm giving it a 7 is because I really truly love the colors and I'm just drawn to this palette. This is beautiful. This is very summery. However, the quality is a little bit questionable and it's not consistent with the quality that I'm used to receiving from Jouer. That said, do you need this palette? No, you absolutely do not need this palette. However, if you love these colors and if you want to use 1 or 2 of these colors for summer, for the beach, for a party, for a bonfire, then by all means go ahead and purchase it. It's not super expensive, kind of worth the price in my opinion. This blush palette actually surprised me. I think it's very pigmented. It wears pretty well. It's actually a nice mix between a highlighter and a blush. It's great for those summer days. You could wear it on your face. You could probably even highlight your cheekbones, your collarbone, your shoulders, your body. Why not? These two duochrome high pigment glosses are definitely very different. I don't think they're particularly wearable. You definitely need to mix it with something or top it over a lipstick just in the center to give it a pop. They serve their purpose and I'm not gonna hate on them. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Come on. Come on, focus. Bless you, Maryam. Thank you, Maryam. Neon.
Red button.
Red button. Pa, 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 pa. Oh, that was a terrible wing. Check out some of my other reviews, more tutorials. I got it. You name it, I have it for you. So go ahead and click. I'm waiting.